Well, you give me too much credit for foresight and planning. I haven't got a clue what the hell I'm doing. Robert B. Parker. Be mindful of 2 items of consequence before reading or listening to Murder at Tolby Lake. One maxim is eternal, no matter what your occupation or whatever aspect of life you choose. And that maxim can only be described as preferential. Think about it. Individuals for money, power, or sincere likability tend to be on the receiving end of special treatment. Let us create a pretend person we'll call Bill, who was a member of a high school football team. Bill was in detention for doing what he did so well on the football field, except Bill was running in the corridor. While in detention, the high school football coach walked by the door and summoned the detention teacher into the corridor. Bill was summarily released from detention. On another occasion, his buddy Harry was ill for an exam, and upon his return to school, the exam teacher, a friend of the football coach, asked Harry what he thought he deserved on his exam, which he had half-heartedly taken. Harry, of course, chuckled, as if responding to an order at the local burger joint, said A, which is what he received for a grade. The second item of consequence is money, which can spawn from power. To describe that ditty, perhaps it's time to step into the world of Professor Brad Davis, who resides at a small A-frame lake house on Tolby Lake 2.5 miles southeast of Hamilton Center, 7 miles from the port of Prince William, New Hampshire, and 57 miles to Boston, Massachusetts. Brad Davis has a power niche because he can reel in a substantial monetary return to Hamilton College's patriarch, Hamilton Fletcher. Davis is a genius in genetic research, resulting in lucrative patents for Hamilton Fletcher, who values money and more of it than anything else in his life. But Mr. Davis, not exactly posing a sterling character and quite exuberant in his relations with the female segment of the local and expanded population, has presented Hamilton Fletcher with a raft of unsavory characters at the lake house. Some of those connections are with the Boston Mafia and Albert Fiore. The list of people Davis has screwed over and otherwise used for his own designs grows by the day, culminating in his murder at the lake house. Witnessing the comings and goings at the lake house are 2 senior citizens named Gus and Irene, who witness a scantily clad woman dragged into a black car by 2 thugs. For Hamilton Police Chief George Strickland and Matthias Jones, the sheer number of Brad Davis haters complicates investigating the murder. The student Amy Pollard is found to have owned the handgun that was used to kill Davis. Gus and Irene verify Pollard was another girlfriend of Brad Davis. Pollard's college professor, Zoey Wilmont, is seen snooping around the lake house. Jones went out with Wilmont only once and found her to be demanding and controlling. The annoying Arnie Dewars and his buddy and the not-too-swift Bucky Driscoll spread rumors about Jones and Wilmont. And Froggy Finlay is persistent in his efforts to help coach Jones's teams. On the afternoon of the murder, Davis bloodied his benefactor, Hamilton Fletcher's nose, because Hamilton confiscated his late model car. Jones is about to leave for Maine on a summer vacation. Hamilton Fletcher asks for Jones's assistance in finding Davis's killer to protect the college's interest and find the murderer. Jones is working closely with his new assistant coach, Carl Rogers, as he uncovers Davis's mob connection to crime boss Albert Fiore in Boston. Jones and Cocoa Stefani travel to Boston to talk to a Davis concubine, an exotic dancer named Desiree. Enter Jerry St. Clair, one of those irascible type of characters who sweep into Hamilton or Prince William and, due to their idiosyncrasies and obnoxious self-righteous attitude, hamstring Jones's investigations, leaving him exasperated. Jerry St. Clair is a cultural anachronism who is living in another era. He follows Jones and Coco into Boston, putting both men in jeopardy with the mob presence. District Attorney Herbert Lane, as well as Lane's assistant Roland Chance, berate and try to thwart the outsider Jones's investigation. All the while, Wilmont and her lawyer Merkel Brown push Jones's patience as a clear set of suspects emerge. Jones and Wilmont are soon dodging bullets under fire, and the only hope of escape is Froggy Finlay. Murder at Tolby Lake by Robert P. Fitton is available on Kindle and paperback at Amazon. The audio is sold on Audible. I don't want to alarm you, but something very sinister is going on here. Jessica Fletcher, Murder, She Wrote.